Hi Leos, welcome to your January 2018 readings. I almost said August and then I almost said December, I don't know why. Hopefully everybody's doing well. So these are your monthlies, done a little bit differently. I was trying to keep them shorter. They seem to be longer. And they seem to be quite heavy too. So I don't pick the messages, I just interpret them. Alright, let's see what we got going on for Leos, my fabulous Leos. Hopefully you guys have brought the New Year's in with a bang, had some fun. I know my Leos have been facing some hard times, you know, and those that haven't, they've had to face like a lot of decisions that they've had to make, or they're going to have to make. It's just due to the North Node and South Node movement, you know, like. Alright, so what do we got here? You have the Knave of Swords, you have the King of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. It's a really positive energy. Some of you guys can meet somebody at work that is coming through here. That came through for somebody else, I think last month. Some of you, if you're having problems in your relationships, I feel like if you're female and you're having problems in your relationship, it would be due to because you're coming across as immature. Your partner is a King of Cups, and then you're coming across as the Knave of Swords. All right? So that means that the communication, what I'm getting is the communication is quite harsh. So it's like with the King of Cups, he's very emotionally nurturing, but this is a man that doesn't necessarily react right away. Okay, with the Knave of Swords, this is a reaction card. All right, when something's said, this guy or girl reacts right away. All right, and there's no holds bar with the way that they say things, and there's no consideration for the other person's emotions or feelings when they say things. All right. This guy considers that before he says things. He's very emotionally nurturing. Okay, so if situations are occurring in your relationship that are causing, there's like issues or problems, it would be due to emotional nurturing. So your partner needs more emotional nurturing. So that, and there's also a sense of respect here. So it's like, because he's building a foundation, and if you see, he's looking at the woman, so he's looking up to you. Okay, so he's like looking forward towards a foundation, trying to establish. Okay, so he's also, this is also a man that may have some old, I don't want to say outdated beliefs, but he has some old beliefs, as in like a stereotype of how he's a male, so he's supposed to be the provider. Like, so he's supposed to like buy a house, and then like he's supposed to have a fund for the kid's college account. He's supposed to make it like, you know, so the wife can stay home and raise the children. That's this type of man is what I'm getting. Like he has some outdated, well, they are outdated belief systems. Like, so he's putting a lot of pressure upon himself. He's got some projects that he has for a foundation. It could be a Scorpio because you have the death in the back here, like a death character. And if you notice, he's hiding. Like he's behind this dude with the sword. Like he's hiding at this point. Like he doesn't. He doesn't. I almost said scared. Like he's scared of fighting, but he's not happy with it. He's not happy with the communication skills. It's almost like he feels like he's hiding from it. Like it's some sort of negative energy I'm getting. Could be vice versa with you too, right? Like Leos, I do see Leos come across as water signs too quite often. They're very nurturing. They're very loving. They're very caring. They make great parents too. Fun parents. My aunt was like the funnest aunt in the world who was a Leo, man. Oh, had some great adventures with her. The Four of Wands, I'm seeing like he has a vision. Okay, so like he's got something that he's doing. The Six of Pentacles, great, to establish a firm foundation for the two of you. And then we have this I feel like with the Knave of Swords is you're being by okay, it's a card of either you're doing all of this for somebody and then your partner is younger than you. It would be whoever's younger, is being the naive one, or being this is the me card. I just got when I said me, I got a vision of the Muppets. You guys remember that show? Awesome show. The scientist. I can't remember the characters' names. There's Beaker. I got a vision of Beaker going me. I don't know why. And then the guy with the glasses, he's like well, it makes sense too. I got science with this, all right? He's like the guy with the, like, doing things, and Beaker's like always the experiment. Like, poor Beaker. So it could be like somebody feels like, I'm still seeing it. I'm also hearing like Aretha Franklin, Respect, that song Respect. All right, like, and I'm seeing it, okay, like it's not just coming from your side, it is coming from the other person's side too. So like quite often in life, what you're experiencing, those closest to you are also experiencing it, just in a different manner. So it's like you want some sort of respect, but your partner wants some sort of respect. All right, because like this is like a project. Okay, like this is ideas, like the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of different ways things can go. Ideas, fortune. I mean, if you look in here, you got adventure, you got finances, you got stability, you got structure, you got passion. You have a desire in this card too. So it's like your partner is giving you the things you want, and like you like, or you are, and then this other person is being very I'm getting that like almost like diva-ish, but it's not a diva, it's demanding. So your partner could be, okay, maybe you have a project that you're doing that your partner doesn't see like any value in it, and they're just constantly nagging you. I'm getting like this nagging feeling about it. Okay, like, but you're doing it for the future of the two of you. Like, there's nothing wrong with trying to get ahead and like advancing. Okay, you got markets here too. Like, I seen a market. I don't know what that means. Like, but there's something that you have to see from a different perspective. Okay, it could be even, Leo, that maybe you make more money than your partner and it's starting jealousy. I mean, and it's not even noticed. Like, the person's not even aware of it. They don't like the fact that you have more financial freedom than they do. Okay, maybe you're a woman that makes more than the man, and that is like emasculating them. That's how they feel. There's some sort of stereotype here. Okay, or but I feel like if you're dealing with the King of Cups, okay, he could have Pisces in his chart. He could have air in his chart. I mean, here's the thing. You have a perfectly healthy, normal relationship. Okay, there's ups and downs in it. There's mood swings in it. I mean, that's all normal. Okay, and then you have this card here of like separation. Like with this Knave of, okay, the Knave of Swords will cause a separation. It will, because it's a knave. It's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is not very clever with their communication skills. They're very harmful and very hurtful with their communication skills. They can cause a lot of damage with the words that they speak. Okay, because words have great power. You also want to ensure that you don't have somebody that is, okay, they don't necessarily have to be young, okay, because Page is like, you know, quite young. In this card, though, the person looks like they're in their, early mid-20s, could even be early 30s. Okay, so you want to ensure that somebody's not getting you emotionally off balance with your foundation and causing problems in it that don't need to be there. Okay, also you want to ensure that you're not causing problems in a relationship that doesn't need to be there. All right, Leos. So it could be like, I mean, I laugh. I got Leo Moon, you guys. Okay, so like, I'm in this with you, all right? And Leo Moons, when they get emotional, I mean, I kind of think they might be a little worse than a Leo Sun. At least with the Sun sign, you can kind of like temper that down a little bit because you've got your other areas in your chart to handle your emotions, like kind of subside it a little bit. At the end of the day, like your Leo will always come out. Okay, but with the Leo Moon, the emotions, that's not something you can really stop. And I'm gonna put my hand up and say I'm guilty of being petty. I've done that. Will continue to do that. I mean, it's a Leo Moon thing. It happens. It's entertaining though. It's very entertaining. It's the beautiful thing about Leos is like they can be fully themselves. They don't really care about, like if being them is offending another person. Okay, they will care about, if something that they did offended another person. A Leo absolutely cares about that. But a Leo does not care that if they're being themselves that offends you. They don't care. They got one life to live and they're here to live it. So, they're not going to pretend to be something they're not to please somebody that's not them. That's not who a Leo is, right? Lioness is not concerned about the opinions of sheep, right? And the lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of sheep, and he doesn't lead because he's following the other animals in the jungle. He leads because he's going out into parts of the jungle that others aren't. My concern is that there's a Leo here that's going to learn a lesson, okay? And this is a lesson. I'm like 33 now. Birthday was December 11th. So, I can speak from experience. But sometimes with the Leo energy, it gets a little over dramatic and you can hurt yourself in a situation. For instance, like in combos, I brought this up in somebody else's video too. I probably shouldn't have. For instance, like when I'm a Leo Moon, I guess maybe because of the other energies I have too, it affects me differently. I find myself quite amusing. But like when I was dealing with a specific person once and they were being just stupid, they would send stupid texts and, typical Leo, they're pretty good at like one-upping you without even trying. And being dramatic without even trying. And this has happened on multiple occasions. I sent like a YouTube link for like music videos, specific songs. Like when an ex came back, I sent them a Sierra song, a Nicki Minaj song, I'm out. Another one, I sent Lady Leisure, Be Humble. Oh, bad. I'd say I feel bad, but I don't. They deserved it. I didn't do anything wrong. I could have handled it a little better, but that's just the Leo Moon in me. I gotta get a laugh out of it. Okay, but here's the thing. There was a person that years back that I did not handle the situation correctly, right? Like my reacting too quickly caused problems with that person, right? And there was damage done that couldn't be fixed, right? We both realized that afterwards. They did damage to me that couldn't be fixed. I did damage to them that couldn't be fixed. We both handled it as mature adults, and we were, you know what? That's probably like the best breakup I've ever had. And I was quite young when that one happened. I think it was like 19 or 20. all right? But we were both super mature about it too. Like, we realized our faults. We apologized to each other. We laughed about things. We cried about things. We thanked each other for the, you know, being a part of each other's lives. But we did realize that there was damage that we did to each other that couldn't be fixed. All right? Like, and at the end of the day, you know, we valued each other's time and energy that we shared in each other's lives enough to respect each other, and the manner of ending things on a good note. Okay. The situation I'm seeing here, if things continue to go the way that they're going to go, and somebody is really trying to build a foundation, that there could be a similar situation as what I just described, except without the ending it nicely. You know what I mean? It may be like, because you're dealing with this water energy, it's highly sensitive. They're highly intuitive as well. Okay, so even like when you're like, they can feel things, and anger and hatred and resentment and jealousy. They feel those things without it being said. Okay, so if you're like saying nothing's wrong, they know something's wrong. They know something's wrong. They feel it, and they're very quiet. They won't say anything about it. It's either you or the other person, right? But there's a situation that could occur if the communication skills aren't changed in some aspect. It could be with friends, family members. All right, you could have to separate yourself from somebody that's being disrespectful towards you, that's not respecting your opinions, your goals, or who you are as an individual. All right, like if somebody's like undermining you, which means saying like little underhanded comments, snarky comments. Okay, there's bitterness involved in that, right? You know, like, you want the I love yous, not the nagging. Okay, and if you're trying to solve a problem, you want to try to solve it with humor, right? Leos are very funny. I think my sister's hilarious. When she gets going, she's quite funny. There has to be a respect for people's emotions, okay, and a respect for the fact that people are different as well. And people have to respect that with you. If they're not, then you got to remove yourself from those people. I mean, at work, what you have is you have like some of you could get options to like a job offer from a distance or at a distance, or maybe even move. Like, Leo might be thinking about like moving to another country or something. Country, state, province. You may want to go to school in one of these areas or something. Definitely proceed with that. Just definitely watch when you emotionally get off balance, that your communication isn't harsh and you're not taking it out on the people closest to you. I mean, everybody's guilty of that and will be guilty of that throughout their lives. Like, it's not just going to stop today. Life's a circle. It's continuous. It's always moving, you know? Like, you have the Empress, you have the Seven of Swords, and you have the Devil. Dun dun dun. For some of you, okay, this could be, well, you have codependent energy here coming through at home. So this can mean, like, if you're a child, you're codependent with your parents. If you're a parent, your children are codependent on you. This could also mean in relationships, there's a codependent toxic relationship happening. It doesn't mean that you need to kill this relationship. It means that you both need to get healthy and back on track, which means going to counseling together, or codependent anonymous. Can't say that word. You got to deal with the actual issue, right? Otherwise, it's going to get worse. Somebody feels trapped here, but the other person feels trapped too. And then for some Leos, I am getting specifically a Capricorn energy here. You have the Seven of Swords. It's a sneaky, sneaky card. It doesn't mean that, you know, there's a lot of different ways that this card can go. I deal with energies. What I am seeing, okay, oh man, this is harsh. If your mother here, maybe with a Capricorn, who's doing some really sneaky and underhanded behavior towards them. I am getting that, okay? Like, your mother's trapped in a very unhealthy relationship. There could also be at some point, this negative person here, they have the Tower. Okay, and with the Seven of Swords, something shocking is going to come to light with them. They could just pick up and leave one day. This person is methodical. They have a plan. Misery loves company too, all right? So this person, in some cases, this person is going to pick up and leave them. In other cases, okay, this is not doing with you guys in a personal relationship with you, okay? Like, don't put that on yourself, okay? The energy I'm getting is somebody significantly close to you, okay, is going to experience this. They're going to experience a husband leaving them. They're going to experience a husband cheating on them. Or it could even be the wife doing it. It's not going to be done to you, okay? You're going to know of somebody, okay? You could be close with them. For some of you, it's coming off as your mother. For others of you, it's coming off, it could be like your aunt, a sister, a brother, okay? And for some of you, it could just be an acquaintance that you know that is going to experience this. But it's a crumbling of a foundation, okay? Also, the Tower comes in. This is coming in your home with the Devil card. And that's like toxic behavior. With the Tower coming down, it's like whatever's been tried to... like, this negative behavior is going to stop. With the Tower coming down, there's like no holds bars. Like, there's it's gone on long enough. There's no way to get around it now, where like the universe has to come in to deal with it, because the situation's not getting any better. All right, this is like the he said, she said situation I'm also getting. It's like if one person's doing something then the other person does it. It doesn't work like that. All right, there's a respect. Like, the word respect is coming through in your reading. Like, at work, you have to see things from a different perspective. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords and the Hangman, the message I'm getting with that is that, okay, for some of you at jobs that you don't want to be involved in, you have to, it's not do underhanded tactics, okay? You have to be very wise about how you handle things. So it's like if you're at a job that you don't want to be at, okay, well then you may have to look for another job and not tell anybody. And the way that you have to be like underhanded and sneaky about it is like it's coming out as you're not saying anything to anybody. It's also taking like vacation days off, or like some of you could even be using up your sick days, your paid sick days before you leave. A Leo would be smart enough to do that too. Or Scorpio. Cancer, definitely Cancer would be Sag too. Sag can be lazy. They're hard workers though. You definitely have to get another job before you leave your other job, okay? So you don't want to screw yourself over here. Some of you are taking time off of work. You also have somebody around you that is constantly like I don't know who this person is, okay? It's coming through as mental manipulation though. They're looking for like pity or something like that. I don't know. This is a person, like, every time you talk to them, they're, like, it's just negative. Like, it's blah. The energy I'm getting is blah. So this is a person, it's like, when you are having a regular conversation with them, they just bring it to negativity. They're just like, oh, this horrible thing happened to me. Oh, this part of my body's hurting. Oh, this is wrong with me. Oh, that, it's like, woe's me. I feel like there's a Leo out there who just like wants to turn around to somebody and then just be like, that's life, just deal with it, all right? Like, just deal with it. We all go through it. Might be why I was like picking up this whole being naive here, or like this younger energy that Leo's just gonna snap on somebody or say it how it is. If it happens, Leo, don't feel bad. It's usually, you'll learn from it, and it might have had to have been done. All right? It is childish behavior if somebody's doing that. They're looking for sympathy. All right? Like, I mean, and somebody who constantly complains like that, they're not going to get themselves out of any situation, or the body's not going to get any better, because they're just, it's mind over matter. Okay? Like, I once had all my ribs broken. I had a steel bar put in there to hold the rib cage up. Doctors told me a year and a half, I think it was, before I would be able to return to work. I was back to work within 9 months. Right? I didn't listen to what they said. I also didn't sit there and complain about how much pain I was in. I took action. I did what needed to be done. You know what I mean? Like, I was in pain every day, but I did what, I went to physio. I actually spent a lot of money on kinesiologists. It wasn't something I could really afford, but it was like short-term sacrifice for long-term gain, right? Like, it was like I really like had empty pockets because I chose to invest my money in something that I wasn't going to see results for in the short term, but long term, right? Because I found with the physiotherapist, it wasn't doing me any good. I was getting hurt more often. They weren't being attentive to my needs, my wants, or my needs. So I went with a kinesiologist. They have more training, and they literally like saved me. It helped me quite a bit, right? But I do remember when I had my ribs broken that somebody had like a spraying. It wasn't even spraying. They just like hurt the wrist, and it was like for months this person was complaining about it, and then like I thought it was absurd. Like, I looked at them, it's like my ribs are broken and I'm like working right beside you. Your dainty little wrist is hurting you? Like, give me a break here. Suck it up, Like, it's like things could always be worse than what you think. All right? Like, I might have had my ribs broken, but there was somebody out there that had their back broken and they lost complete movement and feeling in their legs. You know what I mean? So, like, what kept me going was always thinking about the fact that, I was extraordinarily lucky that my situation was fixable. And the only way it was going to be fixed was through pure determination and willpower. That's what got it fixed. All right? Complaining does nothing. Action does something. At work, you're going to have to be sneaky. I don't mean like sneaky, like in the because this is the Seven of Swords. I don't mean sneaky in a sabotaging way or doing underhanded tactics to harm somebody else. I don't mean that. Okay, this guy's being sneaky because he's trying to get the hell out of Dodge. He wants. Okay, he's running away from the devil. He's like he's looking at the devil card and he's like, oh no. So I just heard, he's like, look at these people in the back here. Like, that's Sagittarius. That's Temperance card. This person's like, and it's like a Gemini energy I'm getting from it, which is like Geminis are hysterical, bad. But like, he's looking at this card, he's like, hell no. He's like, look at that. Look at that. That was a Sag. Like, that was past tense. A Sag. Sages are optimistic. They're happy. They're go-lucky. Look at that poor bugger. Took him down. And then he's like looking over at the other guy. He's like, that's a Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns are some of the most determined people you'll ever meet. Like, they got strong willpower. They get stuff done, like they don't give up. And then like this guy's looking over there like, well shit. Whomever this is took down those two people, and if they could take them down, I ain't gonna go towards that. You know what I mean? Like, they look pretty unhappy. And this guy's, like, out for blood. He's like, whomever this is enjoys taking people down. Like, you're looking to better your life. You're all, like, running towards this Empress thing. Like, I'm coming. That's hell. Over here, it looks pretty peaceful. Like, she's got a seal. She's got the beach. She's got the sun rising over her, you know, like she's got water, her hair's blowing in the wind. It's all peaceful, you know, like she's meditating kind of. So, I mean, you got two options here. You can either stay in this hell or you can go towards glory here. Like, it's funny the way that this is coming up, though, right? This guy's just like, I just keep hearing, hell no. I don't know why. It's like over and over again. I'm just hearing, hell no. Like, that ain't happening. Like, but you have the Empress here. Like, you have this positive energy in you, okay? And here's the thing, Leo, is you could have some vampires around you that are going to try to suck it out of you. All right? You got some people that are going to project their inner fears outwardly onto you. Which means, like, okay, if you're listening and somebody's telling you, oh, your spouse is cheating, and I mean, like, this person could have, like, their last relationship, somebody cheated on them. Now they're all frozen over and they're, like, the devil now, all right? Like, because they're bitter and angry about what's been done to them, and they're just out there, misery loves company, destroying other people's lives, you know, and they don't know any better because they're like, okay, well, if it's a narcissist, you could have a narcissist here. These are pretty narcissistic cards. Devil, Seven of Swords, and the Tower. All right, narcissists are like replicas. They don't know that they're a narcissist, all right? They really don't know where... Some of you definitely need to move homes, okay? So you could be in a home, you may have a really good relationship, but you may be in a home where you feel like it's negative energies around you, then definitely move. Some of you, if you're with a partner that has water in their chart, or you have water in your chart, you may want to move more towards the water, towards a lake, a river, somewhere where it's like walking distance for you to get just near a pond or something where it's relaxing for you. Because I feel like there's an area where it's quite relaxing for you and you want to kind of move towards that. You definitely should. Okay? Also, with the Tower and the Devil coming down, this is like an ending to toxic behaviors, of a feeling of entrapment, feeling of being disrespected. Okay, so it's like if you've been biting your tongue and people have been disrespecting you, boundaries are going to be brought up now. All right, people, it's a new year. The energies that we got too is like really pushing people to like place firm foundations within themselves and with those around them. Your job does, okay. Well, with the Hangman and the Seven of Swords here at your job, I'm not going to lie, there are some people that wish you ill will. And there are some underhanded tactics happening at work. For some people, the reason why this is happening is because, well, they're just negative Nancy's, right? They want to be stuck and they want to be trapped. That's their business. And Leo is all like all over here in the love. Like, hell no, I ain't going back there. I've been there. I ain't going back there. Or if these people are like trying to do underhanded tactics to you, like, look how peaceful she is. She's just like looking at them like, really? Like, this lady can read you in your sleep. So it's like, Leo, it's like if somebody's trying to do something, you're going to know about it and you're going to know why they're doing it and you're going to know why that circumstance is happening. All right, like thing that I have like that concerns me at home. It's like with the Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Devil. What concerns me is people are really pushing past your boundaries here. So this can mean like people are interfering in your personal at home. That like their lives have now intertwined into your home somehow, but you don't live with these people. So it's like it could be, you know, like family coming over and you got stuff that you have to do and you've tried to create boundaries with these people and you've even tried to be like very polite about it and say like with the Empress here, this is somebody who's very polite, nurturing. You've tried to tell them like, listen, I'm tired. I only have 2 days. I have things I have to get done. I have things I have to do, you know, like, but you're still being considerate and you're allowing them to stay, you know, but like this is becoming reoccurring where it's happening where they're not asking you like if you're okay, like do you have things that you have to get done this weekend, or it's like when you told them that you were tired, they still came over, they crossed that boundary, they put their needs ahead of you, like, and it's like you creating those boundaries, not allowing people to interfere in your foundation, right? Because you do have things that you have to get done, Leo. Okay, some of you go to school and you have to study. Some of you you have projects that you do on your free time. Some of you have research that you have to do on your free time. Some of you have business ideas that you'd like to pursue and you're not pursuing them because you have people interfering and putting negative thoughts into your mind, but also interfering into the free time that you have to get it done. Okay, so it's like people are trying to restrict you when all you want is expansion. Like you want to get out of restriction. Okay, and people are feeling that, so they're like they may apply it onto you. You got a tough reading, Leos. Okay, so in your relationship sector, I mean, your relationships look really good. Okay, like we spoke about the problems, if there was problems occurring, what they would be. Okay, like you yourself, you have a lot of positivity around you. It's the outside that concerns me. You have a Queen of Pentacles here that's coming through in your work. Okay, it's what not to do. Okay, normally I get a definitive energy with that, but what I'm getting is like this is an actual person, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn woman. All right, she wishes you ill will, and she may be the one doing underhanded tactics to try to bring you down a few notches. All right, but nothing to worry, Leo. You're well protected, and this person's in for a hell of a reality check, and it may hit them in 7 months. This person, if it is a Capricorn, they're stealing other people's work somehow. They're taking credit for other people's work, or when they make a mistake, they're knocking it off onto somebody else. Like they're not taking responsibility for their own actions. So dot your I's, cross your T's. Don't get involved in any drama. Okay, because the person's looking at the ring here, and I thought I heard something there. I read energies, so what I'm getting with this is precious, like my precious. Like, you know how the character gets obsessed with the ring, right? This person's obsessed with finances, glory too. What you need to do at work is ensure that you find yourself, if you're moving a new direction, that you find a firm foundation for yourself, something that you feel comfortable in, that's something that brings you structure, and something that, you know, Leos, okay, you do have the problem like Aries, Sagittarius can suffer from this too. You don't say no to overtime. You usually do way more than need be. You know what I mean? You want to ensure if you're finding a new job that you're going to go somewhere where that's valued, okay? But you also want to go somewhere where like there's structure involved, Leos, okay? Because Leos can end up getting a job that states that they're like from 8 in the morning until 3:30 or 7 till 3:30, you know? And realistically, a Leo, you know, in that job, that they end up coming in at like 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and they leave at like 8. They're always the last ones to leave, usually Leos. Okay? So you want to ensure you do your research and stuff like that on the company. So like, because it's like, you got to kind of treat yourself like a kid here, Leo, and you got to baby proof things. So it's like when you go to get that new job, you want to baby proof it. So you want to ensure that it's a job that, yes, does have the ability for you to work overtime, because of course you're going to need that. But you also want to ensure that it's a job that is that when they say that they're from 7 to 3:30, you're going to be working 7 to 3:30. All right. And it's like once a week or twice a week you'll be doing overtime, but they'll ask you, they'll give you a heads up. It's a respectful company you're going to work for. It's not a company where it's like you're going to walk in there and again, you're coming in really early and you're leaving late every day. You have no life, Leo. That's going to interfere in your relationships and it's going to interfere in your home and other aspects. Okay? And then what not to do in your relationships, the 7 of Pentacles, it's just, these are seeds that are planted, right? And they're bloomed. Okay? It's like, it's not like to think that everything's okay, because everything may not be like what it seems. But it's also selfishness here. So like if you have people that are selfish around you and they're just like demanding way too much from you, Leo, then you may have to take on this Knave of Swords energy. And you may have to, like, you know, it'd be nicer if it was like you may be dealing with some childish people. So you may have to take on, like, you may have to be a mother and put your foot down on this childish behavior and cut it, because it is interfering with your goals, your ambitions, your desires, your time, your free time, your relaxing time, your bath time. All of those times are important for you. You need downtime, you know, like you need time to nurture your ideas as well, your creative ideas. You have creative ideas here. Also, for some of you, there's a significance on the 11th of January. I don't know. You have a friend. The number 11 is quite important for you. This is a friend who can bring, I don't know, they might come in on the 11th. In 11 months, if you have a business that you wanted to start, it could be finalized in 11 months. You may need to go talk to a business advisor. The business advisor could advise you the steps that you need to take to get it going, and it could take 11 months, 7 months for you to get it started. In 4 months, you could have like the first phase of it done, or maybe in 4 months you'll find your new foundation. Okay, so it could take you like 11 days to find a new job, or to like, you could have like 11 jobs that you're gonna look through. One of them will be beneficial for you. You want to weigh the pros and the cons. You really want to weigh pros and cons, see what is going to benefit you, because you need downtime, you need me time. If you work hard, you got to play hard too. You know, you got to balance the scales out. Okay, and by play hard, it doesn't mean going out drinking and stuff like that. You can go to a trampoline park and play some dodgeball in Sky Zone. Trampoline basketball, that works too. All right, you guys, hopefully this helped you out. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, I really hate this reading for Leos. There's no interruptions in it, which means that, you know, it's got to get out. I mean, a lot of these videos I do, I mean, sometimes I have to do the video over like 4 or 5 times because there's some sort of interruption that happens in the middle of it, or it gets stopped, or the computer stops, or people come in, or phone starts ringing, and technology issues start. And when things like that happen, I have to redo it again. So sometimes just to make one video can take me 3 hours. It's not ideal, but it's like it ends up happening quite often, and like I'll just redo the video because it's not what needs, like for me, I take it as that's not what needs to be said, and this hasn't stopped yet, so it's like, all right, like, and I don't like being the bearer of bad news. Okay, it does look positive. There's nothing negative in here. Okay, the negativity that is in here is it's like coming through to get you out of it, right? Because you have the moon here, and you have the Seven of Cups. You have the Knave of Cups here. There's somebody who's quite smitten by you, Leos. There's somebody that's very smitten by you, Leos. I'm not sure who it is. Somebody is concerned about children too here. So you could have an ex. That could be the toxic person that is like keeping you somehow tied to them. You got a cord of attachment. The Hangman, you can see the umbilical cord here too. You got a cord of attachment to your ex-spouse, and it's negative. They're like emotionally manipulating you. That is coming through, and their like only concern is about getting. That's why this was coming through. Getting finances, my precious. You're their precious, and you're not their precious because of they love you. You're their precious because of what you did for them and what you can do for them. And also, for some of you, this woman feels superior to you. If it's your ex-wife, she feels like she's going to make your life hell, man. You need to create boundaries with her. Because what's happening is it's like you're having problems trying to date people because she's interfering in it. So she's like calling you up. Like if you're telling her, I got a date tonight, okay, you want to stop doing that. Don't inform her about what your plans are or what you're doing, okay? You're a grown-ass person. You don't need to get permission from her, all right? Like, because what's happening is she knows that you're out on a date, so she's, like, now going to interfere in that. She's going to cause a lot of strain on that relationship. She's going to call you up, and she's going to make up some excuse about how she has to go out, and you need to come and get the kids, and you're going to do it because you're a Leo. Like, I mean, Leos might, you know, say a few things, but at the end of the day, they're going to do it. Because that's how much of a good heart Leo has. It's sad, but it's true. It is. It is. I've seen that being played out before. So you want to ensure that, like, this woman, or it could be an ex-husband, all right? Like, whoever it is emotionally manipulating the crap out of you, all right? And they're making your life hell, and they're keeping you trapped to them. Okay, just because you have kids with that person doesn't mean that they can ruin your life, all right? Like, you need to create healthy boundaries with them. Yes, you do have to be nice to them because they are your father or the father or mother of your child, okay? Yes, you do have to be civil with them because they are the father and mother of your child, okay? But you do not have to fear them. You do have to go to court and get things handled in court legally. That could be why I was seeing an advisor. You need to eat some sort of a divorce attorney or somebody to clarify things for you here. You do need things documented and written down, so therefore that causes the interruption, so your ex cannot do things the way she's doing it. She's interfering in your relationships. Like, you definitely don't want to tell her you're dating somebody or seeing somebody. You definitely don't want to tell her that you're going out and having fun, or you gotta go out and meet your buddies. Any opportunity that she has to make your life miserable, and it's because misery loves company, and also she effed up and she knows it, and the situation's not fixable and she knows it. She's just gonna make your life hell. There's no way to get around that. So you got to start a new beginning here. You need proper boundaries. Okay, so you may be in a situation where you're divorced and you're like being all mature and growing up, Leo here. You know, like emotionally responsible. Leos are very good at doing that. This is a father too. The Cups characters are always the fathers and mothers to me because they're emotionally nurturing. Okay, so you may have been like being mature about things and you know, trying to handle things like you are getting a divorce. I see that, but you're trying to be mature about things and not do the whole. You don't want to put the kids yourself or your ex, like you're trying to be considerate and put everybody, you don't want to put them through the whole spiel, okay, but you have to for the highest greatest good of everybody, because you may be like just you've made some sort of personal agreement with your ex-spouse, because anytime that they need, like, because you want more time with the kids, you feel like you're going to get more time with the kids this way, but it's like you're almost taking care of the kids all the time and she's still getting all the money. It's for one person in particular. I mean, it's pretty positive this month. You just gotta like watch the haters. You got a lot of haters around you. You do have a lot of people that want to see you fail. You have some people that are going to try some underhanded manipulation tactics around you. You're going to see through it. You will see through it. You want to prioritize. We are in a new year here, so you do want to prioritize here. You want to really get down to what your needs and wants are here, and then realize that your needs are different than your wants. Okay, you want to evaluate those. The things you need are very different than the things you want. Okay, you need stability. Okay, and organization. If you want to start a business or a project or some sort that you want to do, you need structure in your life in order to make that function. So maybe you have a job that's a scheduled job and you need more of a firm foundation job. So one that's like a standard time instead of doing different times every day to give you the structure you need for your schoolwork on the weekends. Things like that. This is a friend card though. It's somebody who's a realist, and it is the Apprentice card. Somebody that has the teacher-student energies in them. And then we have the Eight of Cups that's walking away from what no longer serves you, Leo. Right? Like maybe you just like you need a new start in a new area, like and that may be scary for you, but it may be what you need. And life's too short to wonder. You don't want to end up being like in a retirement home or sitting around a table with your grandkids telling them, I wish I would have done that, I wish I would have done this, or telling them that, you know, one day you'll see when you'll be seeing your grandkid go through the same situation, and you'll be sitting there reflecting on, you know, I should have done that, you know, like, because you're going to see that your grandchild or your child's not going to take the chance. And that's going to remind you of, you know, like they're going to regret that, and then it's going to remind you of the regrets that you have for it. Life's too short to have regrets. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped you out. Namaste and ciao for now.